So Julian will be able to go first.
Yeah, clear crowd favorite here. Julian representing France and NA, and the French crowd are absolutely loving it.
Let's see some of these plays. We do enter main phase, it seems.
And there it is, that
And
Razen.
there is Razen!
Glued to Julian's hand in this top 8. Razen and Holisu are surely his best friends this weekend.
The Vanquish Soul, Razen is going to be able to allow him to add any Vanquish Soul monster from the deck to the hand, the key card, and of course there it is, Vanquish Soul Holisu.
But we saw that Feovalos coming down from Tom. Probably one of the few interruptions, but Ash Blossom.
Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring going to stop Tom in his tracks, but now he's in the danger zone because he used a monster effect from the hand.
Yes, he used it indeed at the same time. This is one less fire monster in the end from Julian, and that might complicate things in terms of attributes.
Yeah, it doesn't look that complicated for him just yet. He's searched a card, he's added that Razen back to the hand, going to replenish the number of fires. Got the Holisu, I think I spot a dark. Here comes Case for K9.
I mean, we've mentioned it, he is the player that has included the most copies of this card in his deck, and now, as Billy was saying, this Izuna is there.
Yep, and it's going to be special summoned right away, and then it's going to send a K9 monster from the deck to the graveyard. We can only expect it to be that K9 Lupus.
Yeah, it is just devastating when you activate your hand interaction and it gets negated, meaning you've not got the benefit of what you were trying to do, and your opponent then gets all the benefit. So, yeah.
Can't ask for a better start here for Julian.
Not only do we get that benefit, we get the one from Reaper as well, and we have seen Julian is on force released already, so he can just set it here if you wish to do so, but now we are actually gonna change things up, it seems.
I think he was just reminding Tom the cards he's already shown this turn.
Ripper is going to add a copy of K9 Jokul from the deck to the hand.
Makes a lot of sense, and as mentioned, given that Feovalos, we can set the force release already.
Just an incredible start here. Holisu is going to be coming down next, revealing the Vanquish Soul Razen, special summoning to the field.
We have a fire and a dark that are known, so we can just go and reveal those two.
Do we have the second fire if we get to summon, or will we go for Mad Love?
I think you have to go for Mad Love. You want to make sure you have access to the Vanquish Soul start, so you can have access to the Vanquish Soul Dust Devil.
Julian just got everything he could have possibly wished for. There's just no way to imagine this game one going better for him right now. All the Vanquish Souls at his disposal, all the K9s at his disposal. Tom one card down already and got absolutely nothing to show for it.
And Heavy Borger is going to be activated next, returning the Holisu back to the hand. Heavy Borger is probably going to reveal a Dark here to allow Julian to draw another card. He's going to reveal that Jokul we already knew was in the hand. When this deck is operating at maximum efficiency, it is hard to stop for any strategy, but Tom may have some cards in his deck that he has a ton of cards we already seen on stream that are really useful at going second, so you don't want to count him out just yet, and Julian probably knows that, so he's going to have to play very carefully and make sure he doesn't make any mistakes with this great hand that he's been given.
Yeah, he wants to sequence it as carefully as possible. He wants to give himself the best chance, the maximum number of interruptions, the maximum resilience to cards like Book of Eclipse, Lightning Storm, Dark Ruler no more.
Now here comes the draw from Heavy Borger.
I mean, we have seen just how much this deck can do when uninterrupted. It has been the case already in the previous matches, and it's a scary feeling nonetheless. And Tom, we know, is most likely, on those field-breaking spells, but are those gonna be enough against what Julian is about to come up with? Not only do you see the first release, most likely the Snow Devil is gonna be there, so something like a Dark Ruler no more doesn't actually shut down all of the interactions.
Definitely, and we saw the Jokels come down, and a Jokel added a copy of the K9 Lantern. We mentioned Julian is on a heavier K9 engine in his Vanquish Soul strategy, and when you draw like this, it is so much more devastating to the opponent.
Yeah, we're going to get that start not even used yet. Julian's hand is absolutely overflowing at this point in time.
Yep,
six cards in hand.
Caesar Valius online. These two level 5 monsters are going to be overlaid for probably what I could only think would be Nesh Knight.
Nesh Knight, such an amazing card, both on his own and when upgraded to that C104.
Yeah, C104 Umbral Horror Masquerade is just an excellent card, and we're going to see the effect of being activated to rank up into the Chaos version here of Nesh Knight. Oh. Yep, there it is. And then the next step, since the C104 is underneath, he can go into that Umbral Horror in attack position this time.
Pretty fearless putting it in attack mode after we've seen lightning storms on the stream already, but let's just go for it. We haven't seen any from Tom just yet.
We're going to the end phase. Vanquish Soul start's going to set a Vanquish Soul trap, and it's going to be that Vanquish Soul Dust Devil, which can just be absolutely devastating on its own, not to mention all the other numerous numbers of interactions Julian has put up. And a pass, and now Tom is going to draw and see what kind of tools he has to work through this uphill battle here in the first game of our World Championship final. I feel like this smile has to be forced, but first up we have Fire Formation Tinky being activated. Let's see if this prompts Julian to do anything.
Okay, we're gonna read it. I mean, fair enough, you might not be too familiar with the card. And anyway, there is no time in the top cut. Are we really gonna respond to the tanky?
He is going to use the quick play spell here to turn this Ripper into a werewolf. There's a full moon.
Definitely an interesting decision. And that is it, actually.
Yep.
Tom
and shake from both these duelists, showing nothing but respect for their opponent.
And it's gonna be main phase. Do we have anything from Julian? Not quite. It seems that we can enter the main phase.
There's some useful cards there. We'll see how Tom is going to navigate his hand in this matchup.
And Julian placing his cards on the field, but once more Foolish Burial Goods. I mean, having a read might as well, but it's pretty straightforward. And we are gonna use a shifter!
Is this the way the World Championship's gonna end, with the Dimension Shifter? The one of...
Wow!
Julian locked in, staring his opponent down. No emotion, he knows it could be good. He can't get too excited just yet, but this is a huge card here.
Incredible card, shutting down completely that Foolish Burial Goods. And now I think the plan must be, can we make maybe a Baguska? Can we hang in there somehow?
Would a Baguska even be enough? He's just going to dump the Serenade Dance to the banishment, so down a card already.
That shifter absolutely devastating. It's been limited to one copy, and for very good reason. It's such a powerful card. Usually players, when it was at 3, everyone had their plan. What do I do if I get hit with this Dimension Shifter? But I think at one copy, it kind of falls out of your mind a bit. There's not really that many decks playing with it, but it's so devastating here. Just having your card get banished immediately, setting 3 and passing the turn.
Wow, it's a complete pass here from Tom. But can Julian find a way to play the game is the question. We see a lot of interruptions possibly from him. Can he have something? He passes back!
He passes back, no play from Julian! The Dimension Shifter is now over.
And here we go. You would take this trade for Tom. You've traded one card for the shifter, but now you get a battle phase even on your
And it's a
first
pass back! It's a pass back!
No way! What is going on in this final? Both duelists not really able to play in a top deck.
A Jokel. Does Tom have anything? It's the black coat last on the K9 Jokel. Keep them in the hand.
Yeah, take one extra turn is most likely gonna be a pass now from Julian. I guess it could technically go and normal, but
My goodness.
that's just a pass. Can Tom find anything?
Main phase 1, it's gonna be
It's
Foolish
Foolish
Burial.
Burial.
And this is gonna resolve.
That's a great card to start things off, possibly special summoning a Leo from deck, but let's see if Julian has a response. We could just send this Silver Hound.
He's having a good think. He's not going straight for the Silver Hand. Yes, he is going
It is
straight for
Silver
the
Hound.
Silver
Do we see a response? Ash Fuvalos. It is the Fuvalos.
Does Tom have a responsible Charming Flawless? Does he have his signature card? He has the Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring. It's not the Call by the Grave, but it's at least going to stop Julian from drawing into more cards. And now this Silver Hound is going to special summon a Lunalight monster from the deck.
Gosh, what a game so far. Also got that Black Goat Laughs in the graveyard for some extra interruptions. Could check a potential Holly Sue, even if Julian picks one up.
What a game this has been, such a roller coaster of emotion. We thought it could have been all over just with that dimension shifter, but then a bit of misluck from both sides, and now it's Tom who is playing Baramul Charmy Purulia to follow this up.
So he sent the Kaleido Chick, and then the Gold Leo was able to add the Kaleido Chick back to his hand. He really only has to special summon or summon a monster from his hand one time, so but even one card when Julian doesn't have anything to really play with could mean everything. If Tom doesn't find a way to get to a Liger Dancer and end this game on this turn. But the normal summon comes down here from the Kaleido Chick. He basically just searched from his deck.
Important draw, and there are a lot of huge ones possibly from Julian.
That looked like an Izuna to me.
And he
it
draws
is.
into Izuna.
K9 Azuna is going to be activated here
But
and
what
special summon to the field.
does Izuna do? You just activate the Black Goat, you call Lupus, you stay calm. That monster cannot use its effect after you've used the Black Goat
but you
Laughs.
must do it now, and Tom sees this line. He calls the Lupus, shutting down this play.
So he won't be able to exceed summon here on Tom's turn. Now the
Great
Kaleido Chick
catch.
The Kaleido Chick is going to send a Lunalight monster from the deck to the graveyard to copy the name, and it's going to be Yellow Martin. Yellow Martin's going to return that Gold Leo to the hand to special summon itself. Now, where does he go from here? He has to take a lot of things into consideration. How can you do the most amount of damage with the least amount of summons? He's going to overlay these two monsters for a rank 4. Is it going to be a Dugaris or a Brotherhood of the Fire Fist Tiger King to get access to Fire Formation Tinky? That is going to be the case.
Yeah, it has been a while since that card has been on a future match, but it does so much for this deck as it can get you into the rest of this engine.
Tom maybe asking if Julian can read German.
I think he's wondering about the lock from the Silver Hound, but the card that was locked from the Silver Hound was the Gold Leo that got returned to the hand, so he is able to overlay for this Xyz monster.
And yeah, just asking a bit about the fact, I mean, you do see a long text. In reality, the second part not so relevant at the moment, but you must be wondering, and I guess we are asking for a translation here from Julian. When we saw that shifter, and now we're back into action. We can resolve this tanky and add something else to our end to push through.
Yep, here it is. Advantage to Tom right now going to start resolving some effects. Very important that he can detach a material to get something in the graveyard if he needs to. Very important to remember to not summon too many monsters under that Mochami Perulia.
And the Black Sheep definitely wants to get that Yellow Marten back in the graveyard. Black Sheep will be used to add polymerization potentially from the deck to the hand. Does so much more than just that in the Lunalight strategy, but it's going to detach the Kaleido Chick, another one you're going to want to bring back from the graveyard as well.
And yeah, as mentioned, that detach is important, negating everything until the end of the opponent's turn. And now we can add the possibly polymerization. There it is, polymerization. Not only relevant in this format, has been relevant also over in Duel Links.
Oh yeah, we talked about Monster Reborn being an old card. Polymerization is right up there with it.
Absolutely, it is.
Also, yeah, Raigeki
same
as
set.
well.
Yeah, same set. Yeah, Lunalight Tiger bringing back that Kaleido Chick.
And now still so much that Tom can try to do. Also, we have absolutely no clue what those two face down were, but is it gonna be something else to extend the plays? Who knows? Could also be, I guess, yeah. Oh, but here comes Nibiru, the primal being. Is it now the correct time? That's what I'm wondering as well.
He has the Yellow Marten still that can come back by bouncing the Tiger, and that would result in...
Oh,
okay, he's going to change Book of Eclipse.
Book of Eclipse.
It's going to keep the Nibiru in hand. He can't tribute anything on the field.
Actually, this is so fitting because this is exactly the way in which he lost his final. He lost the final to Samir with this exact play of the Book of Eclipse. And when I say you learn from your losses, this is exactly what I mean. Doesn't get much more poetic than this, does it?
Now the Perfume Dancer is going to add a Lunalight Perfume. The Yellow Marten was used as a material, so it's going to add back the polymerization from the graveyard. The Yellow Marten is still stuck underneath that Tiger King, though, so he's going to have to find a way to get that in the graveyard if he wants to utilize the Tiger again. But the Perfume Dancer also has that additional effect that can return a Lunalight card back to your hand, so he already has an opportunity to use that Tiger again. Lunalight Perfume is going to bring back the Kaleido Chick to the field, ready to use its effect yet again, putting another fusion monster into the graveyard. We can't quite see what it is.
Yeah, I mean, I can only assume it's the Leo Dancer to then get into the Liger Dancer, possibly just a few moments from now. And it should be pretty easy to do, and that's gonna be a lot of damage, and I don't see how Julian can stop it.
Yeah, here comes the Wolf. Nibiru already used the Scotta. You're right, Marcello, that what cards are there that are going to deal with a field this threatening? Got to have all those monsters in the graveyard.
I mean,
can't see all of it now, but it's tough to imagine.
Three of them are also known, because we know double Joggle is in the end, and then one is Nibiru. Only one more card, which means those Vanquish will not do anything. And I'm pretty sure, as we can see here, we are gonna get into that final fusion. The Liger Dancer, we might be moments away from getting into a game 3 here, as we are able to just completely disrupt the field. And once again,
Yep, the Kaleido Chick was banished, so it won't be able to activate anything during the battle phase. Gonna destroy those special summon monsters.
And
attack,
that is
attack! And we're going to a game number 3!
Wow!
On their last hands, Julian will be starting off this duel.
Yeah, that Vanquish Soul Canine deck is so intimidating to play against going first, and we're looking at that hand, and it looks absolutely perfect for Julian. All the Vanquish Souls, all the Canine monsters. Can Tom say anything about it?
It's so promising, but we have talked about that little sneaky zero attack, zero defense, level 1 wind monster spellcaster. Is it gonna be there? Do we see the Droll and Lock? But we start things off with Olisu.
So definitely being able to play here, the hand already better than in game number 2. And he also has Stake Your Soul, revealing a dark monster here in Dr. Madlove.
Not quite the fire you usually prefer to open with, but it's gonna be good enough to bring out the Borga.
Yeah, absolutely everything Julian could need right now. Maybe gonna go into this line where you search, and then you have Heavy Borga already on the field to draw an extra card if you get hit by Droll and Lock Bird. Very heads-up play, having seen Tom already play it in the previous semi-final.
But we do have Razen, and we have the Fire Monster, Water Hand, all of the different Vanquish Soul as mentioned.
Is there Is there a Mulcharmy?
Almost certainly not a Mulcharmy. He's already activated Stake Your Soul. Let's see what Julian has to do.
Next up, what does he have?
Here comes Jialong. Does he have a way to get another fire monster into his hand? He has got a Razan already. Here comes Case for K9. This is going to be the first time he adds a card to his hand. Will there maybe be a Droll and Lock bird for Tom?
But at the same time, we had a chance here to stop the Droll and Lock with the Ripper if we wanted, I guess. So let's see even if that is going to be the case. There was a different line possibly for Julian, but not quite. We are not going to see any response at all from Tom until this point.
Tom is now picking up his hand. What kind of interaction does he have? Does he have anything in response to Mad Love?
This might be some mind game, because of course we are about to be on 5 salmon, so Nibiru, the primal being, should be a consideration. You do not know if it's in the deck at all from Tom.
Vanquish Soul Start is going to add a copy of Zhao Long from the deck to the hand.
Yeah, this is an absolutely incredible opening hand for Julian. All engine, all gas, no brakes. You're going to search another card with Jialong, presumably going to be able to search the trap.
You can do so much, but the question here is, do you play around this Nibiru? Of course, we can start things off revealing both Fire Monster, adding yet another card. Sometimes he has gone for the Snow Devil right away, foregoing the Vanquish Soul Start effect, but is he gonna do it again? Definitely gonna take a lot from Tom to break this field, and it is Julian playing it safe, just adding directly that Vanquish Soul Snow Devil, and then most likely we are gonna see the Reaper as the 5th summon.
Yeah, it has to be a bit scary when your opponent's got so many resources at their disposal that they're choosing to search this backup card that you could have just searched anyway in the end phase. Just that insurance, it's terrifying. Your opponent thinks they've just got everything already.
Indeed. But makes a lot of sense. Julian playing as well as he can, getting the Lantern now, which can get the Force released even though your opponent is not activating a monster effect.
Going to send that Dr. Madlove to the graveyard for a Link Summon for Rock of the Vanquisher. The Rock of the Vanquisher is going to add back the Holly Sue from the graveyard to the hand.
And now is it time for Jokul? I believe we have not used the draw effect from Borger yet.
Yeah, I think the Borger's just been sat there. Maybe Julian says, I'm just going to search as much as I possibly can first, and then maybe draw into something that I couldn't have searched otherwise, rather than just drawing at the beginning of the turn.
Yeah, I also think that Stake Your Soul was kind of just an Ash Blossom check, trying to get Tom to use it, as it wouldn't have stopped anything else that he has really going on here.
Of course, it was, as you've mentioned, a great bluff also, because he didn't reveal the Razan on purpose. You know, he revealed the Dark, so that maybe your opponent thinks, okay, you don't have Razan, I might use an interruption, but not quite the case here.
And those are really the skills you can have to make it to the World Championship, knowing how to do things like that to change the perception of your opponent with the cards in your hand based upon how you play them and in the order in which you do so.
Oh, he did reveal Razan for Holly Sue at the beginning of the turn.
True.
That was the first thing he did, I think.
Next up, what is he going to do after this shuffle is over with?
There goes that reveal.
He's just going to show him his whole hand.
I mean,
he knows
not many
all.
times. I mean, fair enough, but yeah, you revealed the entire hand, as you can see from Tom. Gonna get a fresh draw, and then we might get into those Nash Knights that have been, you know, consistently applying pressure on Julian's side of the field throughout the entire weekend.
Yeah, was that maybe even a Droll and Lock bird off the top?
I kind of thought it was the same thing. Yeah, I had that same thought.
I had the same feeling, but that would just be...
That would be devastating.
Yeah,
that card is
cherry
very, very good against Lunalight, but we're not sure if that is the card he drew indeed. But Nesh Knight coming down here, it's going to rank up into the Chaos version, attaching the number C104 so he can special summon outnumber C104, Umbral Horror Masquerade.
And indeed, that is the case.
The case for K9 also being destroyed here.
Getting the force release. We have seen this exact opening in the past from Julian. He's gonna get the heavy burger back to the end during the end phase. That's yet another card. Obviously, that's no devil. And I think, yeah, he's triple checking. Have I done everything right? And yes, oh, you are right, guys. It was indeed the card we feared must have stopped and might have stopped Julian.
If there's someone in this tournament who's played tons of going second cards, we've seen Dark Ruler Normar, we've seen Book of Eclipse, and Tom's key card, we've seen him draw so much this weekend, called by the Grave. He has the opportunity to have plenty of cards in his hand to break through this board, but it's an uphill battle here from the beginning.
I feel like those evenly matched from, you know, back in the previous future matches might be helpful, but I don't think Tom is running any of those in his deck.
I see Willie in the front row. Maybe he could lend him one of those evenly matches out of the deck.
Throw one at Tom.
He's gonna need it. He's gonna need a combination of cards here, but he didn't have any responses during the turn, so there's a chance that a lot of his cards in hand are these going second options.
Look at this, 6 cards in hand from Julian, a full field of threatening interruptions. Can Tom pull this miracle off?
This would be a miracle. Let's see how he's gonna start things off. He's gonna need something useful. Dealing with the Umbral Horror is gonna be huge, so Dark Ruler No More would be a start. Does he have it? Does he have Book of Eclipse? Does he have Heavy Polymerization? Does he have Lunalight cards? It's going to be Fualos.
Oof, which, I mean, it's devastating because it's most likely, you know, the card he just picked up per turn. It might have made a lot of a difference if it was in the first 5.
The next card's Foolish Burial, so no board-breaking cards just yet.
And also, it doesn't really do all that much because Foolish Burial Goods might have helped, but you have that Reaper ready to put in check anything that is going to be sent to the graveyard.
Julian with 6 cards in the hand, 2 cards face down. The Vanquish will start in a field spell zone and going to send Yellow Martin, so he'll be able to activate the effect to add a Lunalight spell.
But I mean, this seems to me just like it's an easy card that you might as well negate. I mean, it's completely free.
The only card maybe you're thinking of for Julian are those triple tactics cards. Can you wait as long as possible, maybe, to stop Tom from having any possible outs? But I agree with you, Marcello. Let's just negate something. Maybe he just wants to resolve his Droll and Lock bird as his first monster effect.
Yeah.
Tom's key card all weekend has been called by the Grave. He's going to need it here if Julian does, in fact, have Droll and Lock.
Can we find the call by the Grave? Because we might be moments away from dropping that spellcaster monster from Julian. Are we gonna see it?
There it is.
It's gonna be Droll and Lock.
And you see, Tom, look at this guy. An amazing opening and an absolutely devastating blow. That card losing popularity this weekend is why Lunalight was a great pick, but Julian's smart enough to include Droll and Lockbird in his side deck.
He has mentioned he tried to include cards that could cut a lot of other decks, maybe not using those Artifact Lancia, but just trying it out. And now, after the Droll and Lock resolves, Tom is able to continue.
Looks like the judges are just having a quick discussion with our players, but play will be continued here shortly.
Makes a lot more sense. And just asking about this Lunalight Fusion full text, which for anyone too unfamiliar with, allows you to use extra deck materials if your opponent controls a monster special summon from the extra deck.
But it's just one extra deck material.
Only
so
one.
If he has 3 Lunalight monsters in his hand, he could use the Leo Dancer plus 3 Lunalights to summon Liger Dancer, which would be unaffected by all of these cards that Julian has.
That would be amazing.
There's a little scary possibility for Julian, but no real way to stop this Lunalight Fusion as far as I know, so
yep,
I just have to deal with it.
Not at all, but in that case, I mean, if Tom ever gets a, a way out because of that, I think Julian is gonna think about not using that Reaper for a long time. Do we have... It's only
just one.
It seems like. No. Inner Dancer coming down.
And being a Perfume Dancer won't be enough. Maybe you can go into Leo Dancer, but no, if he only uses one, he can't even go into Leo Dancer. Because yeah, Perfume Dancer won't do anything really, because that Droll and Lockbird is just going to lock him out of being able to add Lunalight Perfume. The Silverhound will be able to special summon from the deck since it was sent to the graveyard by card effect. So he's going to opt to use a monster from his deck instead of the extra deck, since it is only going to be 2 materials here, it's looking like.
Yeah,
the Emerald Bird.
That's rough. Has to mean that we don't have many monsters in hand because we can't add cards. We cannot get that, you know, Perfume.
Yeah, that Droll and Lockbird is the last thing Tom wanted to see without having any interruptions. The Fuwalo's probably being that 6th card on the top of his deck, just brutal.
And it's even one more card that doesn't do anything now that Droll and Lock is there. You don't even get those extra draws with the force release.
You didn't have to remind me about that. Brutal. All right, Julian waiting to see what is going to happen here from this chain link from the card effects that were sent for this fusion summon.
We just have everything available. As you can see, Izuna is there. Olisu is there. It's not only the field that we must worry about. Every interruption in the end is available from Julian. How can Tom pull this miracle off?
Yeah, he's going to be able to get some monsters with the Emerald Bird summoning back from the graveyard. The Silverhound can summon from the deck, but I just don't know if it's going to be enough. He also still has the Yellow Martin in the graveyard, which can summon itself back by returning a Lunalight card.
Yeah, is there a way? Can this be a Kaleido Chick? Maybe with the last card in hand being something like a wolf. So difficult, though, to figure out.
But now we access this Lunalight Tiger, usually, you know, placed in the Pendulum Zone. This time is gonna make an appearance in the main monster zone.
This is the first time, yeah, we've seen Lunalight Tiger there in the main monster zone. Kind of funny.
Does the bird add it to the hand? Oh, Martin's going to add it back to the hand, I guess, is the idea. But is Martin going to get through the Umbral Horror Masquerade or any of the thousands of interruptions seemingly on Julian's side? Or just the Perfume Dancer
Again,
can add it back?
I mean, this is really sort of heartbreaking in a way. Such amazing duels from both sides throughout all of this weekend, but now we are down to this remaining one, and Tom seems like he's just fighting an uphill battle.
So the Umbral Horror is going to negate effect. It's going to take a random card out of Tom's hand and have his life points.
That is quite the interruption right there.
And let's take a look at this die roll.
Let the dice decide. It's going to be 2-3, the middle card.
Oh, wow.
But
he can't
tough,
even
but
use
you
it.
can't use it when your life points are this low.
Yeah, those life points are already have. The Umbral Horror Masquerade, just an excellent card against heavy polymerization, unironically.
Wow.
Does he? Yeah, this is just, I don't know.
I don't know what Tom might come up with. This has to be absolutely tough. He can bounce back the Tiger, but here comes the forced release, which is gonna upgrade the Ripper into the Werewolf and then destroy it back to the extra deck.
Full Moon rises. Ripper turns into a werewolf.
2 more cards in hand, and if you activate any of them, the Werewolf can get rid of it. And there it is, gonna show the full hand from Tom. What is he gonna reveal?
Thrust in Lunalight Perfume? Oh, but Droll and Lock.
Neither of them do anything,
Droll and Lockbird stops both of these cards. The Thrust won't be able to add. The Lunalight Perfume won't be able to add.
And we are down to the last effect in this Tiger.
Gonna bring back the Yellow Martin with the Tiger. And Julian has the Dust.
Yeah, there's no Devil is there, as well as Olisu, so still the interruption have not ended for Julian. And here comes Olisu.
And that's it!